12 and get the ones that we think will be the number ones that we're talking about next week. So, Cynthia, let's start at quarterback. Who's your QB1 in Week 12?
Fresh off the bye, Tua Tagovailoa is in a great position against this Houston Texans defense. When I'm looking at Tua, I think about his 3 passing touchdowns and no interceptions in 3 straight games, longest streak in Miami's history. But really, what I really like is the catch and run ability that, by the way, you know who gets credit for that?
Who does?
Tua.
Oh!
Right? Tyreek, Tua, you get all the catch and run, and his guys are great at yak. So Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill will both help him out, making him your QB1 for the week.
I like that pick, but I'm going to go with Joe Burrow, who has been a top 2 fantasy quarterback in 3 of the last 5 weeks. He's averaging well over 300 passing yards per game in 4 consecutive contests. He's also rushing the ball. Like, that's a thing, too. You're going to run it as well. Like, that's pretty good. And even without Jamar Chase, last week he showed that he can still be very effective for your fantasy football team. I like the matchup this week. The Tennessee Titans have allowed the 4th most touchdown passes this season.
Yeah, you got the best deep ball throwing quarterback and the worst deep ball
Is
defense.
that my coffee?
I'm going to go with Justin Herbert here as they figure out what's going on with Rank's coffee.
Payback.
He scored just under 20 fantasy points last week. It was his best performance since week 4. But what I really like is he averaged a season-high 8.1 air yards per attempt. He was running around a little bit more. He just looks healthy again, which he hasn't in a while. And then he gets the Cardinals, who allow a ton of production to quarterbacks and just basically across the board. I expect good things for Herbert and all of the Chargers this week.
Good. Glad that something good happening for the Chargers. I will take Geno Smith. He's facing a Raiders defense that held the Broncos to 16 points, but did they? Did they really?
Did they?
Or did the Broncos mostly do that? Geno continues to tear up bad defenses off the bye, I think. And the games in Seattle, a fun Geno split this season. He's completing 78% of his passes against AFC teams. So
you don't believe in that.
If you're one of those people who's like, not starting Amari Cooper on the road for some reason, then hey, that's for you. And Rank's coffee has been absconded by Cynthia Freeland.
Payback. Last week he stole my coffee. Now I'm taking
I prefer being the haranguer instead of the haranguee. Did you just drink it too?
Yep. Stolen and drank it.
Are you kidding me?
It has now been consumed.
No.
Here's what I can do, right?
pumpkin?
Give us the one at running back because you don't have your
swear,
coffee anymore.
They got rid of the pumpkin way too quickly.
No, they
because
didn't.
otherwise that would have been just coup d'etat.
Should have been wearing it.
In any event, what are we doing? Oh, running backs, Raheem Mostert. I heard what Cynthia was saying about Tua Tagovailoa, and while I agree, I think that most of the damage for the Miami Dolphins will be on the ground, because this week they're going up against the Houston Texans, who have been very generous to opposing running backs this season. Now, obviously, it didn't work out too well for us, for those that started Brian Robinson last week, but I think this is a little bit of a different offense with a competent quarterback for a change. So I think that Raheem Mostert can go out there, and I'm not going to be shocked when he's the RB1. I will be sitting there taking victory laps and victory sips out of my coffee that's been sullied.
Yeah, continue to ride with the Dolphins running backs. I think Kenneth Walker is in an absolute smash spot here because Raiders. I mean, that's really all I have to say. But 7 rushing touchdowns in his last 6 games. He is 72% of the Seahawks rushing attempts since week 6. In that span, he's averaging over 22 touches per game. And again, Raiders, they allow the 3rd most fantasy points to running backs. I think Walker is going to eat this Thanksgiving weekend.
You know who else is going to eat?
Who's
a
that?
guy who's been having all of the touchdowns scored this past since week 4. 11 scrimmage touchdowns, Austin Eckler. He gets Arizona. Yeah, that's a nice situation for him. They've allowed 34 touchdowns this season, which is the most in the NFL. When you look at Eckler's production, it's pretty much Eckler, a little more volume for Eckler, and then how about a little bit more Eckler? That's how you calculate that's math for you right there. That one's math.
It works?
Mm-hmm.
I can do math. You like volume? What about Derrick Henry against the Bengals, who in the last 4 weeks, they've given up 30-plus points a game to running backs? That's all I need to see. A healthy King in the group. They're throwing him the ball now. He's throwing the ball as well. Still, of course, running it. He's your RB1. But let's get the ones for Week 12 at wide receiver. Who leads the way, Mike?
it's going to hurt you because I know you're the
There's a
biggest fan of
lipstick
New York
stain on
football
this.
team.
Oh,
but
no.
I'm going to go
Don't
with
break my
C.D.
heart.
Lamb against the New York Giants on Thanksgiving. C.D. Lamb has been playing great football. He has Dak Prescott back, who's also been playing great. Lamb went off for nearly 23 fantasy points the last time he played the Giants. He's got a 31% team target share right now. That's the 3rd highest in football. The Giants defense is super banged up, and they've allowed the 4th most fantasy points and the most red zone targets to receivers. I would be on the lookout for C.D. Lamb eating like a big turkey leg or whatever it is that they do for that game.
Oh, well, I mean, you know who else is going to be eating a lot of big turkey legs? Stephon Diggs, who last week in Detroit, he didn't see a ton of targets, but this week is going to be a different situation. No Jeff Okudah for the Lions, which means which cornerback's the best one? Yeah, you no say. What I do know is that Stephon Diggs is going to be a really big problem. He is by far and away my wide receiver #1. And by the way, he's the only player with over 1,000 receiving yards and over 5 receiving touchdowns so far this season. Let's make that like a lot more in this one.
Ooh, that's a good call. I am going to go with Terry McLaurin, who has averaged over 15 fantasy points per game since Taylor Heineke took over as the starter this season. He has 21 targets with 20-plus air yards this season. That is tied for the 2nd most in the NFL. Great matchup against the Atlanta Falcons, who've allowed the most targets, receptions, receiving yards to wide receivers this season. The only word of warning I will give to the Falcons is those late hits that you were putting on Justin Fields, they will actually call those against Taylor Heineke. The referees are walking into the building with their hands already on their flags, ready to throw them. So the liberties you are taking, you will not be allowed this week. Just letting them know.
Yeah, no, they appreciate the
But that'll help
forewarning.
out Terry McLaurin.
I'm going to let the people know that Tyreek Hill is back from a week off and taking on the Houston Texans, who you ranked, Cynthia pointed out, the Texans are not good on defense. And Tyreek Hill's had a reception touchdown in 2 straight games. Stat you see on your screen is correct. And I think he's got his 3rd 30-plus point game on the way. So those are our ones. Now for a little twist. We're going to give you our ones that are not so obvious. Ooh. The ones that could win you your matchup and maybe get you to the playoffs or the fantasy championship. So rank, who's yours for week 12?
Well, I'm going to fire up a guy on Thursday. I'm going to go with Jacoby Myers of the New England Patriots. I think a lot of people, you saw what happened against that great Jets defense last week, and you might want to avoid what's going on with this offense, but I really like them this week against the Minnesota Vikings, who've allowed the 2nd most passing yards per game this season. They've allowed the most fantasy points per game to wide receivers over the last month. And I think that, Bill Belichick, whenever you come into a contest where Bill Belichick has the upper hand, and I would say that prime time against Kirk Cousins is that very situation, I think Jacoby Myers can go out there and have a very nice game for you.
All right, well, I'll go next. I think it's me.
I'll go. I'll go with Darius Slayton here going up against the Cowboys. Slayton has been playing really good football. He averages 12.5 fantasy points per game since week 5, consistently giving you 11 points as you see there on screen. 21% target share and 36% air yard share in that span. And the Giants are now very desperate for wide receivers. And if you're scared by Trayvon Diggs, we know that he can make a big play, but he gives up a lot of production trying to make that big play. So Darius Slayton in a game where I think the Giants left to throw the ball, he seems like a really good start this week.
No risk it, no biscuit. I want you to consider Drake London. Unfortunately, Kyle Pitts is no longer on the field. Injuries are awful, but it does mean that Drake London, who's had a receiving touchdown in 2 straight games now, is an even better choice against this Washington secondary that's very suspect, very targetable, and Cordero Patterson can't do it all on his own, people. So Drake London is a great pick this week.
I'll get JWJ, Jeff Wilson Jr. Can you tell we're excited the Dolphins are back from the bye?
Love the Dolphins.
So it's a bit of a coin flip, you may feel, between he and Raheem Mostert. But in the last 2 weeks, it's JWJ in the lead in carries as well as targets. So I'm going to make him my pick against the Houston Texans. So maybe if you have those people on your team, elevate them from your bench. If you're lucky enough to have them on the waiver wire, go get them and win yourself, some matchups.
Can we run some video of Jalen? Just so he's not left out. Jalen Waddle, we like you as well this week.
Yeah.
Mike Gesicki, you even have a pretty...
Yeah, let's look at some guys on the
Gesicki.
Dolphins coaching
Can you imagine
staff.
such a thing?
Start those guys too.
Gesicki.
You're selling stuff in concessions. Start those folks as well.